Today is Tuesday, January 20th, a day 2, and here are your morning announcements. Choir practice for today has been cancelled. Regular practices will resume after the exam break. Just a quick reminder to OSAID students, there will be no meeting today. Students with special education laptops or tablets are asked to drop them off at the equipment room 160 before Tuesday, so the equipment is ready for exams. Now let's go to weather with Emerald.
So for this morning, it's going to be cloudy. It's going to feel like -9, but it's really only going to be -6. For your afternoon, there won't be so much cloud. We're going to see a bit more sun. It's going to be -7, but it will feel like -10. Overnight, it will still be cloudy. No snow, though. It's going to be -11, but it will feel like -17. What you can expect for tomorrow morning, it will still be cloudy with a -10, and it will feel like -16. For the long range, we're going to see some sun and some cloud. It might snow Saturday, but the rest of this week will be relatively clear. And back to the studio.
Thank you, Emerald. We will be hosting games and festivities and giving away tickets to the dance on February 5th. Try to get your tickets today. We are doing a teal and white dates to support Cancel. Now, let's go to sports.
Now it's time for your school sports.
I'm waking up to
Both the junior and senior boys basketball teams will face off against Tillsonburg today. First off is the seniors, who will play first at 3:30. This is a good game as it is 7-0 versus 7-0. Both teams are undefeated. Be sure to come out and support your Knights. The game is followed by the juniors at 5 o'clock. Good luck, boys. In the NHL, after Toronto dropped 4 games in a row on a Western Conference road trip, the Leafs came home to the Air Canada Centre and looked no better for the experience. They lost 4-1 to the lonely Carolina Hurricanes last night. The Leafs were still dominated for much of the game and this season. They've now lost 5 in a row and are 1-6-0. Things are not looking good for the Leafs. There is some good news for the Canucks. Vancouver won their final game against Florida in a nerve-wracking score of 2-1. In the NFL, it is amazing to think that the Seattle Seahawks led for only 71 seconds in the NFC Championship game. Gave up 5 quarterback sacks, had 5 turnovers, and still won. To say they did not play their best game is obvious. But a TSN football analyst, Chris Schultz, writes, it may have been the best thing to happen to them going into the Super Bowl. In the NBA, Kyle Lowry scored 18 points and was one of 6 Toronto players to reach double figures in the Raptors' 92-89 victory over the Milwaukee Bucks on Monday. Terrence Ross had 16 points as the Atlantic Division leaders won for the 3rd time in 10 games. Ross did not start for just the 2nd time in the last 104 games after he was held scoreless for the only time this season in a 95-93 loss against New Orleans on Sunday. Well done for our fellow Raptors. That is all for today, Cass, and back to the studio.
Thank you. Between February 2nd and 13th, Cass will be doing candygrams for the student body. Be sure to send them out to your best friends, girlfriends, or boyfriends, your fave bearded ankles, and whatever floats your boat. Now that's all for today, Cast. Please have a fabulous Taco Tuesday. Such likes that. Can I honestly punch the guy who likes that? Because that's